and a very, very happy Saturday afternoon to you all. It is the 15th of March. You're tuning in to Ballymore Stadium, where we're about to see a fantastic doubleheader for the academies. It's Queensland taking on New South Wales in the home of Queensland Rugby. I am your host, Lockie Gray, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to the call here on Rugby Explorer and Rugby.com.au, wherever you're tuning in from around the country or around the world. Beautiful conditions here at Ballymore ahead of what shapes a massive day for not just Queensland Rugby but for Australian Rugby. 26 degrees, 73% chance of humidity, rain a maybe, wind a possibly, but nevertheless a wonderful deck to see the next generation of Australian talents strutting their stuff here at Ballymore. A pleasure to have you joining us on the call as we wait for the teams to run out, and it's going to be a fantastic matchup to get us started today, because it's not just the under-18s, we also have the under-20s coming up after this, and then all attention's going to turn across to Crosby Park for the Australian Club Championships. We have the Sukar Cup between Bond University and Sydney Uni to decide Australia's top women's club side, and then of course the Bernard Power Challenge Trophy between reigning holders brothers and Beasties, who are coming off a 55-year shoot shield drought. It's going to be an amazing contest there, but stick around with us. Plenty of calls coming your way very shortly as we prepare to welcome the teams out onto the Ballymore turf. A few familiar faces already in the crowd there. You should have seen a couple of Reds, but we're going to talk about the next generation here as Kingsley Hughes, Charlie Hollyman and Levi Slater form a powerful front row. Bennett Armistead and Will Ross. Keep an eye on Ross. He's already signed through 2027 with the Reds as Gray O'Neill, Isaac Rauluni and a familiar surname Adam Lathan pad out that back row. Isaac Kefu and Finn Mackay in the halves. Harper Enasio and Ty Tucker. Keep an eye out for that 13. And Trayvon Pritchard, Nick Conway and Miles Rosemond rounding out the back three for the starting Queensland Under-18 Academy side. Let's have a look at the Tars now. It's another powerful side. Lavercombe, Smith and Sheck up front. Kastrovic and Baxter, the two Eds, locking it down for TJ Talaleva, Justice Talmobiao and Java Saw packed down together in the back row. Grover and Fowler, keep an eye out for them in the halves. They're slick, they're quick, and Goff and King will be a handful in the centres. Brock Prideaux, Max Palmasani and Tom Dunn round out the back three for the Tars. Teams are out on the field, they're ready to get underway as we take that deep breath before 80 action-packed minutes here at Ballymore Stadium. Hamish Quigley, the man in the middle, Will Taylor and Toby Brandon Cooper on the sides as referee Quigley blows his whistle to get us underway. And a vicious bounce to begin with. It goes the way of the Reds. It's going to be an early advantage here for the hosts after a nice high hanging kickoff from Finn Mackay. Just the start the hosts were chasing here. Instead they'll pack down for the scrum. Knocked on by the Tars early, so a set piece opportunity and a chance to see these massive front rows for the under-18s go toe to toe. So much power, so much national potential. And these six youngsters up front, really keeping an eye on that loose head side for Kingsley Hughes, but he's getting a working over early by the Tars pack. What a start from the visitors. That vaunted Reds front row has been marched back early. Take a bow. Hayden Lavercombe, Ollie Smith and Isaiah Sheck. What a start from the visitors. Just sent them steaming backwards, did the Tars. And that kick peels off an extra 30, 35 metres. Probably not as much as they would have liked, but what an unbelievable start from that Tars pack. You really saw Isaiah Sheck, the Western Raptors junior, getting into his work there. And the first line-out opportunity now as Grover looks for Fowler, and they look to their midfield talent. No ball security there though as the Reds quickly turn over, and it's looking dangerous now on the counter as Kefu looks to the wider channels. There's Pritchard. Pritchard past one, past a second. He's got dancing feet as the Churchy product. Taken down on the 10-metre line as Kefu recycles. Looking for his big ball runners, finds one in Hollyman who makes a couple of metres. And there's the big man that everyone's going to be keeping an eye on, and for that reason, Levi Slater looking powerful early. Mackay looking for options to his right. Doesn't come off this time, but they will play with the knock-on advantage as Kefu recycles. A familiar surname we all know and love. Tata Kefu is tried, but that is a hit that stems the tide there from the Reds. Very, very solid defense from the Sky Blue early. Take a look at that hit under the ribs of Slater. That is brilliant defense, and I think it's Big Sheck once more having an impact early. Lots to like about that tight head out in Newington. We'll see him match up once again against Kingsley Ooze. Jeez, that's going to be a battle to watch as this game continues. Just heading towards the 3-minute mark at Ballymore. Referee not happy with that one, so we'll pack down again. But while we're all intrigued at that front row battle, you've just got to keep an eye on the battle of the number 8s. Justice Tamapiao, the superstar on the rise out of Waratahs. He led the under-16s to a super title last year, but he's packing down against one of the most famous names in Queensland Rugby, Adam Latham, son of Wallabies and Reds great Chris Latham, is back there in number 8. Keeping an eye out, and Kefu, well, what a partnership that's going to be.
Lower, contact, lower. Release!
Back underway in the midfield, strong carry from Harper and Arcio. And backed up again. That time it's Ross. Another long-term signing locked down by Queensland and Australia. As Arcio takes his second carry in as many phases, but that's a strong counter ruck, and they'll get the advantage there. Very well done. Good hustle from the Tars. You heard it from the ref there. Excellent counter-rucking play there from the Sky Blue. Who's making a meal of that one there? Well, if you look at a ruck, it's got to be a 7, and I dare say that's the form of Jarvis Orr, the Knox Gramovia Central Coast boy. Fought back from a major ACL injury a couple of years ago to get included in that National 7 setup, and he's looking very dangerous early doors in Sky Blue. Now it's the Tars skipper with ball in hand for the scrum. Angus Grover, St Ignatius product, part of the under-18 national setup last year. Lots of expectant eyes on his performance in halfback against the impressive Isaac Kefu as Taumapia takes it off the blind side, and Grover dinks a kick through. It's well weighted and it'll trap the Reds at the back. War flirting with danger on the sideline there, and a rogue offload has the Reds backpedaling, but they have found some space on the far side. Tars look to have covered well now, but that's a lovely little offload from Rosemond, and now there's space for Ty Tucker, looking for a bit of open pasture. He gets the ball away, pinning the Tars down back deep in their 22. There's hot chase from Rosemond, but the Tars are there to claim back as well. Very important ruck now. Can the Sky Blue secure it? This time they do. There's plenty of Reds on the peel, but enough blue jerseys get there in time. Great hustle from both sides. End-to-end stuff here as we tick past the 5-minute mark at Ballymore. Grover looking for an exit, and he finds one in Fowler, but it's not his best. And now the Reds, with their best chance so far in the early exchanges, to open their account. Well, that's just lovely scramble from Rosemond and Taka down that far side. It looked for all love and money that the Reds were pinned, but a lovely little swerve back inside from Rosemond, and a deft left to right offload. Taka with a bit of clear grass and does well to pin them down as the line out is taken into a maul, and looking strong, looking promising. They're on the march now, the Reds. They're 5 metres, 3 metres. Can they take it to the clean as they can? It's an early try here, and the man up and celebrating is Charlie Holloman. Well, that's just about as good a start as you can ask for from the Reds. Turning around a dangerous kick from Grover deep in their 22, and after a break from Tucker and a shonky exit from Fowler, the Reds have marched over from their first maul opportunity. Great start from the hosts. Never in doubt there. Latham giving the final push for Holyman to get over the chalk, and it's short odds these days to see a hooker open the scoring. Very promising stuff. Holyman, a product of Gregory Terrace, and looking very promising indeed in that Queensland kit as the left boot just sails through. That's a lovely little nudge there to open the account from Finn Mackay. Definitely one to watch here, Finn Mackay. Product of Laurie's and South's Magpies, part of that Australian under-18 squad. Raking left boot. Almost felt like the old Qantas ad of just leaning across to get that one through, but it does sneak inside the left upright. And the margin, 7 points to 0, the hosts lead at Ballymore. Routine exit from that kickoff. And play will resume with the Tars line out just inside Reds territory. Oliver Smith in to feed this line out. Finds the leaping form of Kashvarich, and the Tars will attack midfield. It's a lovely carry from the first phase there as Grover looks for an option to his right. A little link play with Taumopiau. Just looking for a seam in that maroon and white defence. Doesn't come this time, but there are many, many big ball runners to call upon. And Grover will look for one now out to his left. Fowler looking for a wider option there. Ball and all tackle, takes the Tars down, but they're making good metres. And they'll play under advantage after Holyman goes through the ruck. House money now for the Tars as Fowler looks out to his right. That's a lovely raking pass. Max Palsani getting involved, but it doesn't come off this time. Luckily playing under advantage there, so we'll come back for that penalty.
Number 2,
Charlie
play
Holland.
the 9 in the metre.
Clear as day from referee Quigley.
In the metre.
We'll see what kind of style to expect from the Tars tonight. We are expecting an attacking afternoon of rugby, and plugging the corner seems the way to go. It's an excellent kick too from Fowler. He's taken them within 8 of the Reds' chalk, and now the Tars with a chance to respond to Holyman's early try as we tick towards the 10-minute mark here at Ballymore. Smith to feed, flies high, fires into the lock. And Jarvis Orr linking with his flanker teammate TJ Talava. He's close and he's over. Simple stuff and soft defense, it has to be said, from the Reds, as TJ Talava, the Barker College machine, destructive in tight and out wide, has it pretty easy this time.
6, TJ Talava.
Simple stuff there from Orr. Very important to bounce out of the ruck. And TJ just does not die wondering. Goes through 2 tackles, carries Rosemond over. And now the Waratahs with a chance to equalise here in this under-18s academy game between the Reds and the Waratahs.
Just remind me, what's your captain's name?
Max Palmasani taking up duties off the tee. Joey's product, Silky Skills. And demonstrates as such with a radar-like shot to equalise. We're locked up 7-all here at Ballymore.
Conversion successful with number 15, Max Palmasani. Score, Queensland Reds 7, New South Wales Waratahs 7.
Finn Mackay's left boot to get us back underway. Sailing deep into the 22, looking at the sun. It's a good take in the end from the Tars, who exit through Fowler, somewhat hurriedly. And the Reds will get another shot from the line out just outside the 22 this time. That's excellent pressure from the kickoff, but equally up to task is Grover to clear that ball. We prepare for a massive day of rugby across Australia, but particularly Brisbane today. We're in for some serious club and interstate action. This the first of a double-header at Ballymore before the action resumes over at Crosby Park for the Australian Club Championships. Make sure you tune into that via Stan Sport as we get back underway here with the 18s. He's been busy early, has Levi Slater, the nudgy tight head. And this time it's Ross again. One of Padua's finest young products as Kefu looks to his left. Links up with Armistead from nudgy. As the Reds launch yet another assault on the 22 early. Slater's been busy, and that's lovely feet there from Conway, who's getting involved early, gets a backdoor pass, but it just can't go to hand for Tucker. Very promising signs from this exciting young Reds backline. Well, the big ball carriers set the platform, Ross and Slater among the carriers, but it's just the lovely, silky skills of Nick Conway, who left two Tars grasping at air. Lots to like about Conway out and nudgy. They've got big wraps on his skills, can fit in anywhere across the outside backs. And with feet like that, you can understand why he's starting fullback in this academy fixture here. One to watch in the white headgear.
Keep it up,
now for the Tars pack, but they've been very solid at set piece as Talmapiao takes it off the back, earns a couple of hard-fought metres. And Grover looks to his exit in Fowler. That one's a little bit better, but still great pressure. And the Tars just finding it tough to get out of their red zone at the moment. 13 minutes past here at Ballymore. Peeled off a few more metres than initially thought, so they've done pretty well. And the Reds turn to respond. High flyers there from the Reds. They'll look far and they'll look left. The centres combined. Tucker's been busy early, so is Inacio. He clears his centre partner's ruckers. Mackay looks for a little shimmy off the left foot. Doesn't fool the Tars this time. And almost over that ball is the ever impressive
First knock on red,
Jared
second knock
King,
on blue. Scrum.
handling betrays the Reds this time.
Let's go here.
Just a little handling error there. Good pressure, and again, the Tars defence holds firm.
Good jackal, just make sure they got an active
That
lift on
time
the
it's
ball,
Ollie
not just
Smith
fingers.
who is getting his hands in there, getting involved and spoiling that ruck. Very well done from
Crouch.
the North junior.
Bind. Set.
This time it's the Reds putting on a bit of a squeeze, but they managed to get the ball clear, and it's a lovely strong carry there from Matthew Goff to get them out of a little trouble. Grover puts up the box kick, and there's a hot pursuit here from the Tars. Lovely contest in the air. Pritchard looked to have come down with it, and the Reds will get possession back this time. Good counter ruck there coming through from the Tars, and it looks like they're on this pill as well. But the referee says hands away as Slater carries into the teeth of defence, supported by his prop mate as Hollyman. Wrestles back into the contest. That's lovely work from Kasparovich to keep him down. Oh, solid contact coming from the Tars there. It's the skipper Talmapiao who managed to wrestle it clear, and the Tars have got it back. Excellent defence from the New South Wales skipper, and now a chance to counter in broken play. Grover looks for space. He beats the first defender, can't beat the second, and now Fowler into halfback as the visitors look to capitalise on some newfound momentum. A strong carry there from the Tars. Tall Timber. Fowler takes to the air, looking to isolate a few. Bit of miscommunication this time, and it looked as though it's Conway and Pritchard who just muffed their lines a little bit there. No clear comms.
Mark set, 30 seconds.
And the Tars emerge point winners from that round,
You just keep doing what you're doing, I'll watch them.
having their best scrum platform so far this afternoon here at Ballymore. They're at 25 metres out and big amounts of open pasture on their left. Goff and King, the centre pairing, just haven't been able to get into the game yet, but this is their best chance so far. plenty of reps on Matt Goff, that Joey's wrecking ball. He got a hat-trick against the Force last year during the Super 16s. He's very impressive, and so is King, but they'll look wider this time. Palmasani's sprigs fail him there, but there's good recycle and there's good support, so the Tars will go again. Pass just not going to hand there from Lavicum, so bit of backpedal now, but they'll explore this left side. Here's Jarvis Orr. Lovely short hands, finds Palmasani, and now there's some space. Now there's some space for Brock Prideaux, and Orr's backing up on the inside. Welcome back, Jarvis Orr. Well, that's sensational work from the Tars. Looked as though they were short for numbers, but they managed to recycle, explored that left flank, and Orr with plenty of touches and plenty of involvements there. You see him set up the play. Lovely work to Palmasani, and there's Prideaux showing a clean pair of heels to get rid of Tucker, and Orr doing the same. Beating the cover Reds defence, running an excellent support line. The young open side, lots to like about him. He's been impressive in the 7 circuit after coming back from an ACL injury in 2023, as we mentioned earlier. Product of Knox Grammar, and yet another of Australia's seemingly endless crop of open side flankers starting to make his mark on this game.
10 seconds.
Palmasani just fades it across the right. There was nice shape, but it took it too far across. So the margin range 12 points to 7 as we approach the halfway mark of the opening half here at Ballymore. It's the Waratahs leading the Reds, 12 points to 7 in the under-18s academy fixture. Just lovely work there from Prideaux to feed his inside man. And despite being up against it early, it is indeed the Tars who lead by 5 points here at Ballymore. We take a quick drinks break. It's worth casting your eyes forward to a massive day of rugby here in Brisbane. Following this 18s Academy fixture, we have the 20s, Queensland and New South Wales going toe-to-toe. Plenty of talent. A few Super Rugby qualified players and a few Super Rugby cap players as well. It's a very impressive list of names that we'll go through after this one. But now make sure you're sticking around and heading over to our friends at Stan Sport, where we have the Australian Club Championships, Bond versus Sydney Uni for the Sukkar Cup, and then Brothers taking on Beasties. It's going to be a fantastic day of rugby, and if that's not enough, this evening, Queensland Reds host New South Wales Waratahs in Smartech Super Rugby Pacific at Suncorp Stadium. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be an unbelievable day of rugby here in Brisbane. Play resumes. The deep Reds clearance, and now there's a bit of open pasture for the Reds to explore. Conway has a little look, gets taken down just past the 50-metre line as Kefu looks to his blind side. Slick hands there coming via Finn Mackay, but a loose boot has betrayed the Reds there, and the Tars will get some ball against the run of play. Fowler looking to King. Nice wide comms and a short line there. Very nice stuff there from Talaleva, who looks wider, finds Palmasani, and here's Prideaux. He's just too quick, and the Tars are just too slick in the early exchanges, but it's going to be pulled back. Forward pass is the call from the sideline, and what looked to be a sensational Tar try is pulled back.
Mark set.
Well, it looked like they'd cut him to ribbons. It was a lovely piece of play from Palmasani, who gets the ball away in the tackle of Rosemond, but just a little forward out of the hands. Reds lucky to escape there. They're not out of the woods yet. This Tar scrum has been very impressive, so a big test now for the young Queenslanders. Mackay looking to Tucker. Finds Conway, and Conway's got a bit of toe. He'll test it. And Pritchard just can't keep it in contact there. It's a good collision from King.
Scrum.
As the switch play goes wrong, it was a lovely read there from Jared King just to jam the Churchy flyer. He can't hang on to it that time. Bit of space, but the defence was up to task.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Grover feeds this scrum now, and there's a good platform for the Tars to attack from. Fowler looking for a seam and finds it for his winger. It's a lovely break there from Tom Dunn getting involved, but the Reds equally up to it. Pritchard making amends for the earlier error with a lovely steal, and now possession back with the host just outside their 22.
Inside, leave it. Retreat, run.
Referee's call is inside as Mackay takes to the air. Looking for Roseman, but he can't control it, so it will be a Tars throw in from the line out. Tars looking for a quick exit there. They won't get it this time.
Knock on touch, on the line out.
Really good pressure there from Grover and Orr to hurry that Mackay kick. And this time,
Really
for
good
Tars, you get the advantage.
Really good, keep our standards up.
They'll take the scrum though. It's called a forward from Roseman, which is very fair and a better option off the back of this powerful pack.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Play resumes now from Grover, looking to Fowler. He'll loop back up. That's a lovely little play. Predator can't hang on this time, but the Tars do clean up. And just a little bobble there from Palmasani.
Scrum.
Good scrambling defence and good pressure from the Reds. Gets them that pill back. Plenty of space there. Nice little play between Fowler and Grover. Couldn't get their running lines right there. And it's pressure over the top from Nick Conway to force the error there.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Here we go, first scrum penalty for the Reds this time. Just starting to find a little bit of parity after the early dominance. And that's good work to that front row unit of Uys, Hollyman and Slater, forcing the penalty this time. Not sure if that one's going to be out though. The ranging left foot doesn't find touch. And Tars with a chance to peel off a bit of meterage on the way back. Nice clearance too there from Palmasani. So play will resume from a line out back on halfway. Good scramble there from the Tars to avert a bit of danger in their half. We know how powerful that Reds rolling maul is. We saw the early try to Hollyman. If there's one thing they want to do, it's avoid any defensive line outs deep in their 22. Hollyman now finding the ranging form of Armistead, and Kefu looks for a little dart. Ill-advised against that big Tars pack as Slater goes into the world's largest halfback role. Well supported are his teammates, and there's a hand on from the Tars. Very sharp work there from Ed Kasprovic to get over that ball. It's a long way down for the tall man, but he's done very well. Good strong position, and he earns a penalty back for his side.
Always on the ball in the body.
Fowler peels off a few more metres. And just starting to see the Tars creep further and further towards their third try. Impressive work again from Kasprich to get all the way over that pill. Looked like the Reds had plenty of numbers there, but the big fella had other ideas. And he's involved again in this line out, soaring high, but it was not straight. Ollie Smith shakes his head.
Outside. Not straight.
And the half arm goes the way of the Reds as Kefu starts again quickly. Looking for Kingsley Hughes. Jeez, he's a big boy. Takes two to bring him down. As Kefu looks for an exit from Mackay. The left boot sings and soars. Looking for Palmasani out the back, and he's just made a meal of it, the young fullback. Too much height and pressure. His teammates get around him.
Scrum.
That one could prove costly. Fullback's nightmare, seeing a ball sailing high. And he's been pretty solid so far early, this fullback, Max Palmasani. Another product of Joey's, very silky. He'll learn from that one. He'll have to learn quickly if they're to keep the Reds out before half time. About 12 minutes before we go to the break. The margin remains 12 points to 7 in the Tars' favour. Kefu out of feed. They'll have to go again. That was a very quick drop there from Hayden Lavercombe. Not quite the sturdy footing that referee Quigley's after.
20 minutes. We've had a break. And since the break, we've had 2 resets. Stop. All of us need to hold our weight. Be patient. Keep your elbows up. Keep your elbows up and stay square. Be patient.
Clear and concise there from referee Quigley. As we look to resume hostilities. The big battle here on our tight side. Hayden Lavercombe coming up against the Queenslander. Levi Slater, let's have a look there. Even Stevens, good pressure from Sheck on the far side, and they've managed to turn it around.
No one going forward.
It's one for the purists here as we go through a second reset. Isaiah Sheck getting a few slaps on the back for his work on Kingsley Hughes.
I'm not going to get the decision. We work square. We work square.
The referee's going to keep an eye on that side now. What a battle that is. So much hype around Kingsley Hughes, the Southport wrecking ball. One of the priority signings under the National Youth Retention Program, signed through 2027 with Queensland and Rugby Australia. That's how highly they rate that loose head. But Isaiah Sheck is putting in one hell of a shift on him, is the sky blue tight head. This time the ball comes out. And they've got numbers now. Conway unlocking a bit of space for Pritchard. Hasn't had many opportunities yet, but he's rangy, he's dangerous. And that is going to be a penalty against Matty Goff. Didn't release before he went for that pilfer. And now, here's a chance for that big Reds maul to go to work. Pritchard out of the first few tackles. Goff looked in a strong position, but just didn't show clear air for referee Quigley. And now it's a chance for that rolling maul to make its mark here at Ballymore. The Reds fly high through Gray O'Neill, the BBC product, and they're marching forward once more. Have we got a second maul try? You bet we have. Queensland coming up with the chocolates this time. And we're level at 12 all at Ballymore Stadium. A good hit back from the hosts. There you have it, it's the open side flanker, Isaac Raulini. We haven't seen too much of him so far in this game, but that is an important moment for the hosts to level the scores before half-time. Another great set there from Raulini's flank partner, Gray O'Neill, in the red scrum cap. Soared high, set a good platform, and just like that first try to Holyman, that maul rolls over just a little bit too easily for the Tars' liking. There he is, the try scorer, Isaac Raulini, another famous surname. This one's out of Nudgy. Jeez, isn't that a dominant schoolboy side at the moment? Up in Brisbane's GPS competition. There's a conversion attempt. This time, sings and sails over. That's a lovely kick and an important one too, as the Reds regain the lead.
Reds, 16, 12.
We are back underway. It's 2 tries apiece. Welcome to the call if you're joining us for the first time on Rugby Explorer and Rugby.com.au. As Pritchard's clearance, it's charged down. Now all the pressure back on the hosts as the Tars swarm in, and what a moment. Huge pressure exerted from the Waratahs from that restart. Pritchard can't get his kick away. It's charged down. And the Tars back on the front foot early. Who was that? A lovely, lovely challenge there. It looked like the flying form of Tom Dunn to generate that charge down. And now the Tars with a chance to return serve at the set piece. They'll look to their rolling maul as well. Pritchard just hurried along, and it was sensational pace from Dunn to even get to him. Wouldn't we see him in open pasture? That's a lovely matchup brewing between Pritchard and Dunn on the far wing. They won't go to the maul, they'll go quick instead. It's Jarvis Orr, an earlier try scorer. Swinging out of one tackle as Sheck takes a tough carry. Plenty of men to bring him down. Here's earlier try scorer TJ Talaleva. Within inches now, the skipper, Justice Tamopia, looking for a third try to the Tars. Grover skipping away, and it's a try for the skipper.
I've got caught around the back. I haven't seen anything.
Just waiting for the
well
referee's
short.
confirmation. It looked like he got there.
Try, you're short. Plus, you have two options. You have two options. You have a penalty here for offside, or a penalty just about 5 metres that way. Just wait.
Well, there we go, the referee. Clear as day, he was just short. Looked as though he touched a blade of chalky grass, but they'll come back for a penalty. They did have the advantage. Grover within millimetres of a go-ahead try for the Tars as we tick towards half-time.
Discipliner.
Just over 6 minutes remaining in this half, and you can see this desperate tackle from Slater, and Pritchard it was to throw out a hand and deny him. As the Tars maul now goes to work. Gee, they're making easy meters, and you're not going to stop Smith from that close to the line. New South Wales say anything you can do, we can do better, and roll over for the go-ahead try. It's the Waratahs 17, leading the Reds 14. Well, just like Queensland's tries before it, both came from the maul, and the Tars show they're up to scratch as well. Kasprich flying high, and a really quick recycle at the back caught the Reds napping. They just couldn't get bodies behind the ball, and that's one of the easier maul tries that Oliver Smith will score. He's not just a maul monkey, he is Oliver Smith. We've seen him perform very, very skillfully across the Super Under-16s. Those watching closely last year would have seen his brilliant cutout ball that Darcy felled him in the Under-16s last year. There's plenty to like about that Norths junior as Palmasani looks to extend the Tars lead. This time, he's got it on the money. 19 plays 14 after Smith's try and the Palmasani conversion. Our buffer's back to 5 here at Ballymore. Plenty of interest too there in the number 4 for New South Wales Under-18, Ed Kasprich, a former Red turned Tar this early. Is always interesting to see, another nudgy product, so keep an eye out for him against some of his former school and state mates as play continues, and play does continue from the boot of Finn Mackay, soaring high. The restarts have been a tough point for the Tars, and this time it's Ross who managed to generate quick ball for Kefu. Slater, head down, bum up as they go into the 22. Well supported there by his front row teammates as Mackay now looks for a big ball runner. Dancing feet from Conway. Geez, he wouldn't have liked to collect that Jared King shoulder, but they'll keep testing this right flank. King again up quickly, swamps Mackay, and the Reds now looking to regroup. They've got to pack out wider. Ross again with the carry, well supported there by Ooze. As Kefu looks for that seam in the sky to the plants. What an offload! What a pop pass! And it's Ty Tucker on a scintillating unders line, who scores under the posts. What a play from the big outside centre. That is silky stuff. Wait till we see vision of this offload coming from the deck as Tucker jogs back. That is sublime from the under-18s. You see the ball from Slater and a miracle pop pass off the deck. Tucker too big, too strong. Roseman runs him in to celebrate, and that is sublime. What a play. It looked as though the offload came from the safe and secure hands there of Isaac Rauluni. But regardless, Tucker gets the 5 points in the highlight reel. What a play. He was Queensland's best in the under-16s last year. That Super Rugby, simply unbelievable season he had. And now he's starting to really strut his stuff. Brisbane boys college product is Tucker. And just look at that line, beats or skips past the final line of defence, and that is just lovely stuff from the Reds 13. Queensland 21, lead the Tars 19. It's back and forward, it's seesawing. Thanks for sticking with us as we approach the halftime break. And just remember, plenty more action to come today. We've got the 20s Academy match after this as well here at Ballymore. Same sides, Queensland and New South Wales, before all attention turns to Crosby Park for the Australian Club Championships. Both the women's and men's titles on the line. Bond take on Sydney Uni, and Brothers hosting Beasties. Huge afternoon of rugby here. No contest there called, and Kasparich feeds his back line. King looking for a split in the defence, gets a couple of metres as Grover looks for quick pill. Not the greatest pass there from the Tars, and they'll play under advantage. Can they pick it up? Latham now getting involved. We haven't seen much of him, but Tucker's with him. Great scrap there from the rangy number 8. We know how much his dad loved to put it on the toe, but it's a different story when you're playing number 8.
Scrum.
He's done very well there, has Adam Latham. Long strides there from the rangy number 8. Tucker just looking for a toe ahead as well. There was a good scramble from Palmasani, but it's the Reds undoubtedly who come off best from that encounter. A little knock on there from the Sky Blue, and now Kefu has a chance to feed the scrum deep inside the Tars 22 and look for a fourth try before halftime. This one holds firm. Good scrum all around there. Mackay linking with Muzzy. Oh, that's a lovely little kick through from Mackay. Is Conway there? No, it's Pritchard! Trayvon Pritchard, like a thief in the night, has slunk down that far wing. Looked for all love and money that Conway was going to dot it down, but his wing partner said, no thanks, I've got the gas, I'll get there first. That's lovely from Pritchard. Get a load of this set play. It's a lovely two-touch work from Finn Mackay, who just dinks it through onto the left. Conway tearing after it, and Pritchard, out of camera shot, steals the thunder. That's lovely work from the Churchy Flyer. Plenty of hype around Pritchard. His elder brother Caden's already making a name for himself with the Brumbies down the nation's capital. But this one's one to watch as Queensland continue to build their depth. A great battle here at Ballymore. 26 plays 19. Kick to come from Finn Mackay. Can he extend the lead to 8 points? Or even 9. Quick maths is in the commentator's seat, but he does put it through. 28 plays 19. After Trayvon Pritchard's try, and that's a lovely sideline conversion from the left-footed Mackay. We're in the referee's time now. We will have a restart after Queensland posted their fourth 5-pointer of the afternoon at Ballymore. Mackay looking to peel off a little bit more than he can chew. So the Tars have one final chance to counter-attack. Fowler says no thanks and takes to the air. Not the distance of Kingsley Hughes with one of the shortest hops in history. But the big fella's not there to be in the air. Takes it to ground where he's more comfortable. And now a little chance late in the piece for the Reds to work some magic. Tucker in space on Roseman. Just can't hang on to this one. Goes forward. A late chance goes begging. And we will have the scrum. Referee's clock a little slower than ours here in the Rugby.com.au studio.
Last play.
And there you have it from the referee. Last play now. What could have been there for Queensland with Tucker and Roseman combining down that right flank. And choice now for the Tars. Will they look to chance their arm late? Or plug it straight out? Little word between Grover and Tamapia. Look like Grover's indicating they might play. And says not this afternoon. So we've got a 9-point game here at Ballymore. in this Queensland versus New South Wales Under-18s Academy match. It's the hosts, 28, leading the Tars 19. Welcome back to the call here of this Under-18s Academy fixture between Queensland and New South Wales. A decent crowd that's built here at Ballymore Stadium ahead of the double-header. We've got the Under-18s followed by the 20s coming up here on Rugby Explorer and Rugby.com.au. Don't go anywhere as we wait for the teams to run out for the second half of this enthralling interstate encounter. Plenty of familiar faces in the crowd as well. We've got a few of the Reds that have been floating around watching this game before they head over to Suncorp. And there'll be plenty more that head across to Crosby Park later for the Australian Club Championships. Just going to go through some of these first half highlights now, and what a start it was from the Reds, going to their set piece early. It was indeed Charlie Holloman, the Gregory Terrace product, who motored over. Didn't take long at all. And the hosts were up and about early, but they haven't had it all this way their half. Tars have been up to measure as well. They looked to their set piece and threw some different shape, with TJ Talaleva skipping and spinning and shooting his way over after a lovely little run from Jarvis Orr. And then it was the Tars going up again. There's Orr who set up this play. Palmasani found Brito down the left flank, and the ever-present 7 was there backing up for the Tars' go-ahead try. Did a fair bit to quiet the crowd there, but the Reds, well, that maul has just been so powerful and so damaging. And this time, it was Isaac Rauluni who found the chalk. An impressive shift there from the line-out from his flanker partner. Gray O'Neill saw them there, but again, it's been line-out dominated. Kasparovich set up a lovely platform for Ollie Smith. One of the easier more tries the young New South Wales hooker will score. Put the Tars back in front in this seesawing encounter. It took a lovely little play off the deck to find Ty Tucker. What a sensational pass that was. I think it was Harper Inacio off the deck who managed to get a ball away to his centre partner, and this final try put it down to Finn Mackay's unerring left boot as the flying form of Trayvon Pritchard beat teammate Nick Conway into the far corner. What a play that was, what a try. And the Reds, who off the back of Mackay's unerring boot from the tee as well, they lead 28 points to 19. There's your try scorers above you. Rauluni, Pritchard, Tucker and Hollyman all finding the chalk for Queensland, with Finn Mackay yet to miss. And you look over to the Tars, Smith, Taylor Lever and Orr. Palmasani 2 from 3, so there's still plenty to go in this game. 9 points is not much at all, and the Tars will be rearing back. Remember, the Tars have never lost in the under-18s to the Reds. There's pride on the line here as well. These hosts are looking for a bit of history in New South Wales, hoping to keep the ledger squarely in their favour. We'll be back with the teams running on shortly. And we're back live here from Ballymore Stadium. Welcome back to the call. I'm Lockie Gray. It's a pleasure to have your company here on Rugby Explorer and Rugby.com.au as the Reds take to the field. They currently hold a 9-point lead, and it's the number 9 in front of us that's been so important to their start, Isaac Kefu, son of a gun, Wallabies and Reds legend Tautai. So keep an eye out for Isaac Kefu. He's been very dangerous around the ruck base. Very, very, very good service out to his wide channels. Finn Mackay getting good, clean ball and unlocking some of those damaging Reds ball runners out wide. But don't be mistaken, this game is far from over. We've got 40 enthralling minutes to play as the Tars trot back out to get us underway. And while Kefu's been so important, keep an eye too out for Ollie Smith. He scored that rolling ball try at the back end. And he'll be very, very dangerous in those close quarter areas. Wait till you see him in space too. He throws a mean cutout ball when given the opportunity. 28 plays 19 as the Tars prepare to get us back underway. It'll be the boot of Jonty Fowler. As referee quickly gives the thumbs up. We're ready to get the second half underway. This under-18s academy fixture as the Tars plug it deep. They find Mackay's left boot And he lets it sing from deep in his 22. There's plenty of metres on that. What a kick. In the end, controlled by Palsami after a little fumble as Fowler takes to the air again. Bit of ping pong to begin. And this time it's a nightmare. Oh, it's a nightmare for Conway. He's coughed it straight to his opposite number, Palmasani, and the Tars could not have asked for a better start to the second half. Would you believe it? 30 seconds after halftime, and the try has already scored. The margin already is 4, and it's about to be 2 points. Have a look at this. Conway leaping into the air, and he could not have given a more perfect pass to his opposite number. Flying up into the sun, couldn't control it, and Palmasani says thanks very much. Now he'll convert his own kick and drag that to within a score. Early doors here at Ballymore in the second half. A gentle two-step there from Palmasani. Wonky off the tee, but he makes it count, and the fullback has made an immediate impact. Managed to control that deep kick from Mackay, recycled a Fowler, and his chase and his pressure put enough pressure back onto his opposite to cough it up, and he streaks away untouched under the post. It's a nightmare for the Reds, and a dream come through for the Tars early. Mackay to get us back underway. That's a lovely high hanging kick. Plenty of pressure on Kasprovic from his former teammates. Now the Reds will look to return serve from that early score. A few new additions now into this game. The Reds looking to their bench after half-time. As Will Ross takes a good strong carry upfield. Kefu's there in support. Bang goes Hollyman. Looking dangerous as the hooking try scorer as Mackay ropes a left to right pass out to Pritchard. He's already scored one. He's looking for a second. Good support there this time. As the Reds regroup, they find a big carry in the form of Bennett Armistead. A rangy, nudgy college lock. Hollyman again with his second carry this passage. It's a little loose this time, but no advantage for the Tars. And they hold on this time.
Scrum, blue ball.
Look at this from Hollyman, just not quite the right place. He shifted it out to his right. Couldn't have his support play covering it. And a little ruck error there saps away the momentum that the Reds were building. Big challenge now for Cyrus Suniula, state high product. He's replaced Kingsley Hughes. And that loose head side for the Reds. What can he produce at scrum time? It's a solid start for the bench prop as the Tars look to exit to their right. Good strong clearance there. Nothing Conway can do about that one. He's waiting for a chance to redeem himself, but he'll have to wait a little while longer. Strong exit from the Tars there, back into Reds territory. And just 2 points the difference now after that early try, as Hollyman and Slater exchange a quick word. And they'll look to O'Neill. He's been reliable, the big number 6. And Harper Inacio, another trademark carry. His offload created the space for Tucker's first half try. As the Reds look to explore that right wing. Conway gets a little pass away. But this time Miles Roseman can't keep the kick in play. Still a net game for the Reds though. They peel off a few more metres back, and now it's the Tars' time to exit. A little hand there as well, so it actually has paid off, has Roseman's kick. And a good opportunity early doors for the Reds to hit back. O'Neill, again the target at the back of the line out. Looking for a big ball runner in the middle. They find one in Slater, who's running out wide. No, it's Latham rather. As Mackay again looks to that low roping left kick. Deep into Tars territory. You can see what the Reds are trying to do here. Put the squeeze on their rivals. As the teams start to ring the changes. Looks like Kefu's come from the field this time. And a chance for Alfie Bowman out of Churchy to show his quality in the halfback row for the Reds.
Let's go, Blue.
Bowman there in 21, defending the hooking channel. Great pressure there from the Reds this time. Take a bow, Bennett Armistead. The big nudgy lot getting that right mid up, wrecking havoc. Kasparovich can't convert that time. And the Reds now with that chance to put the squeeze and tighten their grip. Just the speed off the ground there was very good from Slater. One man lift as well to get Armistead up high enough to cause a bit of havoc. As we pack down deep into the Tars 22. Bowman with his first chance to make an impression on this game.
Crunch. Bind.
And referee quickly not happy this time.
You know what to do.
A change up front as well for the Waratahs in that tight head row. Looks as though Tyson Burden's come to the field.
Crunch.
From Endeavour Sports High. Another super title winner with the 16s last year. Keep an eye out for him and his battle with Cyrus. Oh, Latham can't control it at the back that time.
Scrum.
Shakes the head as he walks back.
That's pretty poor. Through the middle.
And the real rugby nuffies will note that the socks are down in typical Latham fold. Almost identical, that rangy build to his dad. Keep an eye on him as the play continues a bit later on, but no Latham plays with their socks up, that's for sure.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Grover feeds this scrum, but it's a strong push from the Reds. A mighty shift, and they earn the penalty. Well, welcome to the field. Big Cyrus Smith, what a shift from the number 17. That's unbelievable work from the replacement. Probably's come on for Kingsley Oos and made an immediate impact.
Sweet. Same message goes to your boys. You can't start squaring and go across. I'll definitely watch it. Blue, take the line, please. Gus, I'll have a watch for you.
Momentum now with the Reds. If they can convert this one and go ahead, scrap that Palsami early try. They'll be going a long way as Gray O'Neill is once again the target. No contest, but there's a blocker. There's a blocker in place.
Double banking, slide in front, obstruction.
Loud and clear from referee Quigley. The maul's been such a potent weapon, but this time they can't get the setup right. The Tars get out of jail deep in their 22. Solid enough exit there from Fowler, peels off 20 or so metres. As the Tars look to hold on here. Lovely throw to the back. It's Kasparovich who reefs in that one, and they set up a maul which already peels off 5 or so metres. And they're still going, and they're playing under advantage. So better house money now for the Tars as they feed it back. Grover looking down that blind side. And it's good strong hips and good strong carry from Goff, who's hard to tackle. Has he got the pace to get away from Mackay now? Has he got the strength even? Yeah, that's a good strong carry from the number 12. And plenty of pressure coming from the Tars. My goodness, what a carry. Matt Goff starting to flex his muscles in this one. Just take a look at this carry. Nothing much on. Beats the first tackle of Bowman. Gets through the tackle. And a third is beaten. Unbelievable. A bollocking run from the number 12. Shook out of that Rauluni effort as well, so he's beaten at least 2 as he ranges down that right wing. Need to see more of him with ball in hand. The fans will have to wait a little while longer. Couldn't control it on the deck there. As Bowman feeds the scrum. The Reds desperate for an exit. And gee, that's a nice scrum from the Tars. What pressure! They get one back. And just a little word there between front rowers.
17, stepping out.
Just handbags from the big boys up front.
17, stepping
You'll love
out.
to see it after a scrum. Tit for tat go the Reds and the Tars, and now it's the New South Welshmen who plugged the corner. Will they turn to their maul again? It's been the dominant weapon and the dominant scoring machine for both sides in this game. As the Tars fly high, they play it quickly this time though. It's TJ Taylor-Lever. He's too big, he's too strong, and TJ has two. Simple as that for New South Wales. They play quickly off the maul, attracted a lot of defenders, and TJ so damaging on that unders line. We saw it in the first half, and we've seen it again in the second. Look at the angle that he comes back on. Splits Ross and Hollyman, and storms over, does the big fella. Plenty of raps on him, that Barker College product. He was a premiership winner down in Sydney with Barker. Geez, there's a reason why he's so highly rated in both New South Wales and Australian rugby, TJ Taylor-Lever. Tars, they're up 31 points to 28. And a kick to come now from fullback, Max Palmasani. Follows shape, he's got that unusual curve that seems to hook left and come back to right, but the fade is true. And the conversion is successful. 33, the Waratahs lead the Reds 28. And that 9-point halftime lead has rapidly evaporated. It's now the Tars by 5. Two converted tries in the opening 12 minutes of this half. And the buzz around Ballymore has just died off a little bit as the visitors start to stamp their authority on this game. Lovely clearance there. He's peeled off almost 30 metres from that kick. And a little touch. Must have come from the charge down attempt as Smith fires one to the back. It doesn't hit its mark though. So now it's Raul Looney with a chance. Brought down by Fowler as Bowman. And for the first time in seemingly ages, it's the Reds with a bit of currency in the middle. There goes the big man. It's Levi Slater, who's been impressive so far this game, getting them upfield as the Reds look to somehow crack this blue wall. Pritchard couldn't. Hollyman swamped, and there's heaps and heaps of pressure piling in on the Reds. Eventually they get numbers to the breakdown, and it's Smith who has to take a tough carry. TJ Taylor-Lever over that pill though. God, he's been impressive in this second half. And now the Tars look to exit. A big booming kick from Fowler, and the bounce is nasty. Prideaux's almost up to task. And geez, it would have been nice to see King in some open space there. Not to be this time though. The Reds will resume play from a scrum. Impressive stuff there from TJ Taylor-Lever to get over that ball. Prideaux just couldn't control it. It was a pretty nasty bounce for all parties around the ball. And if only King could have been in open space just then.
Really hard.
What a start to the half it's been from the Waratahs. And TJ Taylor-Lever's fingerprints have been all over it.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! Gosh, thank you.
Tars scrum again going to work. They're marching forward. Somehow the Reds pluck it out. As Harper Inacio takes a tough carry. And the Reds take to the skies to try and pin them back. Prideaux sends it back with interest. This time, there's a jinking run from Mackay. They don't fall for it though. And the Reds will have to recycle around the halfway mark. There's Smith. Cyrus Smith out of state high. Justice Talmapia back over that ball. It's their second steal in as many minutes and a chance to counter-attack now from the Tars. They've got numbers out, but Goff just refuses to be tackled. Another shambling, shunting carry as King floats the ball over to Tom Dunn. Goff's been impressive. Shoulders down, he's a hard man to bring to the turf. As is the locking duo of Ed and Ed in sky blue. King back off the left foot. And another boot goes flying, but he hasn't stopped. Takes 2 more to bring him down. So the Tars now deep into Reds territory. That's not the kick Fowler needed though. He had numbers outside him. Comes off the side of the boot and the Reds will escape there. Slater, presence of mind to take the quick carry. Ignacio down in back play. But now it's Tucker with a bit of open pasture. He's got the wheels to get past Goff. But he doesn't fancy his chances in back play as Malpasani now returns it with interest. Raul Looney there to try and clean up. Pluto looked in a lot of danger there. The frantic passage comes to a close. I thought Tucker was clear. He had the gas to get past Goff. Kick wasn't his best. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to link up with Nick Conway. But the Tars are up to task. And again, the bouncing ball saves the Reds this time. The line-out's won and taken. Mackay finds the busy form of Slater. And Ignacio brought to earth in a ball-and-all tackle. Quick play there from Smith. Bowman in support. Looks and finds another front rower. As Bowman again looks deep downfield. The race is on now. As the raking figures of the Reds keep up, but Palmasani, he's been the everywhere man. Oh, lovely work in contact. As King now in space. This passage just won't end. Mackay back to clean it up. Will it run dead? Oh no, he has to ground it. Has to ground it. In the end, it's a very well weighted kick, and the Reds will have to clear from their goal line. Justice Talmopia working hard off the ball to make sure that the Tars get the chocolates from that encounter. Let's have a look at that passage. King sees some open pasture in front. A look from his number 8 saying, hey, he could have stayed inside. That one pays off. Mackay working hard to get back and clean up for his side. We'll take a quick water break here. It's been frantic, it's been full on here at Ballymore as the Tars under 18 Academy side lead this encounter 33 points to 28 against the Reds. And the Reds have had their chances this half, but really it's been all Tars. The early scoring play from the Nick Conway era. But Mac Palmasani over untouched. He converted his own try just 30 seconds into the half. And then the rampaging form of TJ Taylor-Lever making an impact off the back of that line out. A lovely unders line to storm over for his second and turn a 9-point deficit into a 5-point lead. Momentum back with the Tars. Just over 20 minutes remaining here in this encounter at Ballymore. Changes starting to be rung now. We see number 22 on for the Reds. It's like Damon Humphries is going to get his opportunity. A few more changes being made here. As Mackay gets us back underway. That long left boot of his. There's that man, TJ Taylor-Lever off the back fence. And earns a penalty.
Gus, all down, please. All down. Back down.
And have a look here for high contact. I think that's what the match officials are looking at. Yes. Looks like it's King Benjamin Swirling who's under a bit of pressure.
I've got 18 red coming over the top of the straight arm, contact on the chin. So I'm starting at red, how my mitigating factor is so low, so it's a yellow card only against 18 because of the drop in point. Do you agree? Thank you. Finn in 18.
Massive play and a massive moment
Finn.
here.
Finn.
Looked like King Benjamin had shot his man. They were celebrating, but it'll be the Tars.
I'm just going to explain. 18's coming to the tackle with a swinging arm. First point of contact on the chin, so we start at red card. However, the mitigating factor is the player's dropping into contact, so it's going to be a yellow card because it's still at a high degree of danger, so it's a yellow card. And it's a penalty here.
Clear as day from referee
Mark
Quigley.
me here.
King Benjamin swirling.
At a scrum.
Will go to the naughty chair for 10 minutes. A swinging arm, mitigating factors, brought it down from a red to yellow, and here that contact is again. TJ Taylor lever off the back fence. And it looked as though he'd shot him. And now the Tars with a one-man advantage, all the momentum and a 5-point lead. It's looking ominous as the sky blue wave continues here at Ballymore. Smith to feed this line out. Finds Kastrovic, and now, off the back, there's Taylor Lever again. Surely he can't get a third. He's brought down 5 metres out as the Tars big pack go to work. They've got plenty of numbers around the ball. Smith looking for another try. He's got the nose for it. He's found the chalk before. This time he won't as Kastrovic cops it up. And the red wall holds this time. And that looked ominous with TJ Taylor Lever coming off the back fence again.
Scrum.
The Tars can't hold on this time. The Reds survive the first challenge of their 14-man tenure. Just a little bobble there. Ball not out in front, and it was good line speed from Latham and Smith to force the error.
Let's go, gents. Mark set.
Just a little bit of argy-bargy on the floor there. Blair will resume with a 5-metre scrum for the Reds. They're not nearly out of the woods yet. They're behind on the scoreboard, 33 points to 28. They've got 95 metres to go, plus they're down a player. A chance for the Tars scrum to really put an impact in and put in a shift. They start to go to work, but the hook back is quick from the Reds, and they look to exit through the boot of Mackay. Hurried and rushed, and still peels off 25 metres. A slight reprieve there for the Queensland Reds.
Oi, language.
That's the Reds who come away with that one. Lovely, strong tackle there from the new man on for New South Wales. That was Hanasi Bloomfield putting a big shot on his opposite. As Latham looks for Roseman, who puts it on the toe. There's a bit of open grass back there, but Fowler's up to the challenge. He beats the first tackle, can't beat the second. Ignacio comes back for more though. Has he got over that ball? It looks like they have. The Reds have turned it over and immediately given it straight back, so now it's King on the counter-attack. Shimmies out of the first tackle, Ignacio can't keep him out of the game at this point. The number 12 really starting to lift defensively for the Reds, as the 50-22 attempt is sung downfield, and Mackay, aware and present of the danger, calls for the mark. It was back and forward there. One turnover made two. The Tars got it back, and Jonty Fowler seeking that crucial 50-22. It was well covered by Finn Mackay and peels off a few more metres back downfield. He's been pretty collected, has the Reds fly half. And the sub starting to ring true now. It's Noah Rylands coming onto the field. It looks like Taylor Lever has earned an early shower, and why wouldn't he? He's been the Tars' best so far. As Rylands comes to the field in jersey 19, looking for an early involvement. As Grover now looks to his left. Orr's been impressive. And another new man on there, Taj Smith, carrying strongly in the blue headgear, but he can't control it. So a chance to counter from another new man for the Reds. Mackay again, that left boot. Sending the Tars back deep into their half, and Prideaux looks for an exit option. And this time, it's Queensland who come away from that kicking duel better off. Seesawing stuff here, but the Reds have managed to hold on so far with 14 on the paddock. Harrison Arcee now onto the field as well. He'll be throwing this line out, will the BBC product. And links up, number 19, can't hold on though for the Reds. And now it's Taj Smith with his second carry in as many minutes. Strong work from Jarvis Orr. He's a hard man to bring down. He carves upfield and he fights Kastrovic. Well, that's against the run of play too. And the Tars now well in control of this context. Jarvis Orr, take a bow. He set that up beautifully for his big lock. Well, you saw it in the first half, the skill of Orr, a couple of touches before his first try, and that is just power and pace. Holds off the attempted tackle from Hayden Keldy-Jenner. And feeds back inside, a well-controlled offload out of the right hand to Ed Kastrovic. Wouldn't that be fun, scoring against his former state in the Under-18s Academy fixture. He's a little tight though, we'll keep an eye on his progress. But a crucial try off the back of some excellent work from Jarvis Orr. Sky blue open side, geez, he's been impressive. It's Palmasani looking to extend the lead, he can't do so this time.
Conversion unsuccessful.
So the margin remains 10. It's the Waratahs 38, leading the Reds 28. That card, now he's starting to feel the impact from the fatigue. It was Bowman who just could not hang on to Orr. And try as he might, Keldy-Jenner could not bring Orr down in time. Kastrovic, the ultimate support line from the big man. He's worked hard for that one, and he's deserved it too. He's been impressive in the engine room for New South Wales. Sends it high, there's plenty of chasers. And a bit of obstruction there. The crowd starting to find their voice. Kingsley is back on the paddock. You can see a number 1 taped over the 3. And a chance immediately for the Reds to hit back. There's not long to go in this contest. Just over 12 minutes remaining in this Under-18s Academy fixture, and a decent crowd that's built here. Plenty of rugby to get through today. An Under-20s Academy match after this, the club championships over at Crosby Park, and then of course Smartex Super Rugby Pacific, Reds and Waratahs to follow this evening at Suncorp Stadium as this maul takes a life of its own. They're rumbling forward, they've already peeled off 5 and they're staying up. Now it's brought down, it looks like it's brought down by the Reds, so play will resume from Bowman at the back. Looks for a wide run on Mackay. He's been so effective off that left boot, and it's a try. It's a lovely put down from Damon Humphreys. Take a bow, young man. That's an excellent finish off another deft left-footed kick from Finn Mackay. Take a look at this on the replay. It's silky stuff from the Reds' number 10. He's been so cool and collected today. Pops it through the line. Humphreys off his hip. A deft put down just inside the dead ball line. Swamped by his teammates, and why wouldn't you be? Because Damon Humphreys has got his man beaten for pace and got his side back in the contest. Tars 38 player, Reds 33 with a kick to come. Hear it from the crowd. That one's rocketed off the woodwork. Would have brought them within the score. So the margin still 5 now. 11 minutes to play here at Ballymore. We're in for a grandstand finish. Don't go anywhere. Just lovely stuff through the line from Finn Mackay. As Conway skewers an exit, and he's not happy about that one either. Immediately grabs his calf. That exit we see, and just Taji Kucky Bow rather, from State High comes onto the field in jersey 23. All teams ringing the changes now. We're going to have some new faces, but no less intensity. That's a good strong carry. Looked like Orr again. Fowler looking for a back player. Palmasani gets hands on. This Harrison Dean at the back. The white headgear and a lovely little shift there from the Tars half. Flynn Fowler it was.
Yellow card.
It didn't pay off this time. Yellow card's done, so we're back to 15 on 15. King Benjamin swirling with some amends to make, and they can start at the scrum. What a finish we're in for here. As we enter the final 10 minutes of this under-18s academy fixture at Ballymore. Tars lead by 5. 15 plays 15 again after the yellow card. The Queenslander swirling. And Queensland will have to do it out of their own 22.
Break foot back. Break foot back.
Well, we're leaving half arm there. You hear the referee, Bravefoot came back. The Reds will look to exit. As Mackay's a long left boot. Keep an eye out for those rolling subs here. It's Will Ross back on. A cool, calm head to bring into the fray for Queensland. As Mackay puts as much juice as he can onto it downfield. Prideaux presence of mind to keep it back in play. And Dean takes to the air. Prideaux hot on the chase. Mackay's at the back and he does very well indeed. Beats the first tackle, but he can't beat the grasping hands of Taj Smith. As the Tars look to counter-attack. Bowman now. Finding some space. Humphreys finds Pritchard. He was down earlier, but he's up and about this time. Here's Latham. Latham streaking down the wing. And you've got Taji Kakibau just brought down. Desperate defence from Fowler. But what play from the Reds are in for a thrilling finish. This play is taken all the way back down towards the Tars chalk. Sharp stuff from the Reds there. Felt like we were back in the early 2000s seeing a Latham storming down the Ballymore touchline. Just a glimpse of the talent in that young number 8. Crucial line out now for the Tars. They pull it off cleanly and easily. And a big carry required. And it's certainly found. He's straight through the line, go the Tars. What a carry from big number 19, Noah Rylands. Gets his side on the front foot and coughs it up. Reds back in possession. We're back and forward here. Tars looking to get over the ball as the Ballymore crowd finds their voice. Kingsley Ooze. He's back onto the field and causing havoc for the Sky Blue defenders. Mackay drops a player behind. It's Conway, but he doesn't fool King, who's been solid in defence all afternoon at outside centre.
Flight's okay, he's got to come around. Yeah.
Relieving penalty. It looked like the
two
Tars
plays
stormed through that, but incorrect entry to that ruck.
We got 2 plays down, time off.
There's a bit of attention is given to
Your
Jared
count is
King
okay, so
cramping
then you
up.
fell to your feet, so you got to come back round. So you're offside. No, your player that fell to his feet, you've got to come back round. Understand? So the clean out's fine, so you've got to come back round because you've fallen off your feet.
Just have a look at this break. Humphreys created the space for Pritchard, who's got plenty of toe, looked outside him, and there's Latham. Socks down, drawing pass. Taji Kakibau looked for all love and money like he was going to make it, but that is an excellent covering tackle from Johnson Fowler. Potentially a game-changing tackle as well. That would have equalised the scores with 7 minutes to play, so plenty to look forward to. And these final exchanges, they'll have to do it without the impressive Jared King, though. Will the Tars, who's been so solid for them at outside centre. One of their best performers as well last season. Lots to like about the white headgear.
Blue in, please.
Rangy, number 13. As Goff comes back to the field, not a bad replacement either. One of the toughest carries in the game at this level. He's Matt Goff, but he's asked to worry about the forwards now. As the Reds look to their maul, they peel off a few metres, but not as many as they like. So Bowman will go to the back, look for a big carry. He finds it in Ross. The big Padgera product. Peels off a couple more metres. Latham at the back. Finds King Benjamin swirling. He was off early, but he's got a chance to make amends. Is the turnover on? You betcha. Who else but Justice Talmopiau? Jeez, he's been impressive over the pill.
Hold on.
Not the first time we've seen the Tars number 8 latch on
8 to go,
for a key turnover. And my goodness, that one might be his most important yet in Sky Blue.
Sweet one.
Impressive stuff from Justice Taumapia.
There's 8 to go, yeah.
Skippered the Australian under-16s last year to a huge win over New South Wales under-17. Scored a try in that game. Led the Super under-16 Tars to a title last year. There is so much to like about that Oatley Junior, one of Australia's top prospects. And you can see exactly why from his performance in this game. The big Tars number 8. Not done yet though. As they find Rylands down the back. And the march is now on for the Tars. Looking strong. It was Taj Smith rather who took that one in the blue headgear. Now New South Wales looking for a loose shoulder. We already know that King Benjamin Swirling's shoulder isn't too loose. And now it's Goff with his shambling, shuffling run. Always tough to bring down. And now a bit of space for the reserve hooker. It's Hanasi Bloomfield. Hassani rather. My goodness, what a tough carry from him. And now they're just meters away from the chalk. A big carry, my gosh, look at that. Tyson Burden take a bow. And that might just kill off any last Queensland resistance. The big reserve tight head, Tyson Burden, has come from the back fence, and you can't stop a man that big, that close to the line. Tars go up by 10. And that might just be the game sealer. Look at that. Good deception from the half at the back of that ruck. Looked to play all out wide, played short to Burden. And he's just too big. Plants the ball down. What a moment in this game for Tyson Burden. Important kick now for Waratahs to extend their lead to 12. It now takes 2 converted tries to seal it. If he nailed it, but Harrison Dean cannot have the extras, so the margin remains 10. Still a few minutes to play with. Game's not over yet, but the door is almost shut for Queensland. What can they pull out of the fire late? As Damon Humphries gets us restarted. A flying chase from Pritchard. Looked to have regathered, but it's just gone forward, and now the Tars will counter a ball at the back. Brito's got plenty of toe in the gold headgear. Finds a supporting line inside. It's 23 Ben Sawyer. Taken down in a good tackle from Damon Humphries, but Justice Taumapia is there to back up. He's got support again. Helter-skelter from the Tars. And they might not have scored, but this is the exact part of the field they want to play in to hold out the Reds and hold out for this 10-point margin so far. What a play down the left wing. Is Brito linking up with Ben Sawyer. He hasn't had many opportunities since coming onto the field. Played it quickly back inside to Taumapia. And Flynn Farrell bundled into touch at the right end of the field. Penalty comes their way though. Impressive stuff, and now can New South Wales add a final nail to the Reds' coffin? Ed Baxter flies high, and it's simple as that. It's simple as that for Noah Rylands. This game's run and done. And the Tars cross. Just a little too easy at the death there from the visitors. They lead 48 points to 33. Off the back of this very slick line-out play. Jarvisor again off the back. He's been important steering traffic at the back of that line-out. And Noah Rylands, a fresh pair of legs. Too strong close to the line. Plants it down, easy as that. He's an impressive player, young Noah Rylands, product of St Augustine's, earned selection in the Australian under-18s last year. And he will be one to watch throughout the rest of the season. As the Tars look to crack the 50 mark, can they raise the bat at Ballymore? You bet they can. Bit of salt in the wound there. as their lead now steams out to 17 points. Can the Reds bag a consolation try here late in the piece? After a magnificent second half performance from the Tars, has taken the game away from them. No real chase to speak of there, and the Tars might just do it again. It's Goff. He's a hard man to bring down. We already know that. Shakes past the first tackle as Humphreys launches a counter-attack of his own. An intercept there. Goff looking for an inside man, couldn't find it. Humphreys peeled off a lovely little play. And Palmasani, not the first time he's fallen over, but geez, he has held up a lot of this Tars performance. Safe as houses at the back. Oh, big jamming shot there from Harrison Arcee. A little late spice from the Reds as the Tars reset from a box kick. Pressure coming there in the form of Ben Sawyer, but it's well controlled by Conway. As Bowman looks to get us back underway. King Benjamin swirling. Another tough carry. As Mackay looks for the crossfield kick. I think it's Rosemond out there. And he's got a fair bit of toe. He challenges Prideaux, who tackles him off the ball. They might have the advantage, but Pritchard's got wheels too. Referee says it's all fair, and that's a lovely little switchblade to give a little space and a little time to Harrison Dean. And the referee's time now. In the red on your clock on your screens. There may be one last chance for the Reds to cross. Pritchard's fought every minute of this game. Been in the wars out on the wing there. Good matchup with Prideaux. What can the Reds bring late to the piece? High flying Will Ross. Laughlin got him up nice and elevated. And Bowman cleans up Scrappy at the back. Just really feeling the heat and the fatigue here now from both sides. Nice deft pick up from the Reds front rower there. They'll look to attack wide. Humphreys has been good since coming on. A little bobble. Look to have drifted forward, but Taji Kakibau says, no thanks, I'll just play the whistle. Feeds back inside. Pritchard can't link up with his teammate. It's pinball here at the death.
30 seconds. Scrum.
You hear it on the ref mic. 30 seconds to play. One last chance. As we take a look at the replay, Taji Kakibau's been dangerous down that left side, and just a little falcon there from Pritchard. Taking Harrison Dean right on the scone.
Yeah, it's their ball. It's red ball. Red ball.
And we begin to draw the curtains on this contest here. Waratahs 50. They will run out winners. Now it's just a case of how much. As the Reds look to launch one last offensive.
Crouch! 9! 7!
Red scrum holds this time. Ball a little low from Mackay, but he'll loop back around Humphreys, who doesn't throw a solid pass. And Prideaux now with a little bit of space. He beats two. He's in open pasture now, and he's got plenty of wheels. Does the golden head-geared winger. Brought down deep in the 22, and he's well supported. Deft little left foot kick. Will it sit up? Not this time. Not this time. And the referee indeed calls time himself. Full time here in this Academy Under-18s fixture. It is the Waratahs 50 who run out winners over the Reds 33. A huge second half shift. They trailed by 9 points. It was 28 points to 19 in Queensland's favour. And a 31-point turnaround. 5 tries after half time have put the Tars in the box seat this time. A good win for the visitors here at Ballymore. Just going to take a look at the second half highlights now, and it started disastrously for Queensland. Nick Conway couldn't control the ball at the back, and opposite Max Palmasani said thank you very much. One of the easiest tries he'll ever score in Sky Blue to cut the margin, and then shortly after, set play finds the big rampaging TJ Taylor-Lever. Have to be in the conversation for player of the match. Has the big Tars blindside. He was impressive, as too was his flanking partner Jarvis Orr, who broke away and set up Ed Kasparich for a simple run-in. One-way traffic it was for the Tars, early doors in that second half. Particularly impressive from the back row, but the Reds wouldn't die wondering. Finn Mackay was among his side's best and set up a lovely little grubber try for Damon Humphries to dot down. Silky stuff there from the Padua boy, but just too big, too strong were the Tars. Look at this carry. Unbelievable stuff from Tyson Burton. Who's going to stop a big man that close to the line? Certainly not the Reds, who were fatigued after an earlier yellow card to King Benjamin, swirling. And then this little play just to seal the deal. Noah Ryland said, thanks for coming. The big back rower. What a play that was. So full time here at Ballymore, 50. The Waratahs defeat the Reds 33.